Hi guys, welcome back to another installment of Sci-Hi. Um, yeah, okay. I thought I was gonna have to restart my whole entire game because Steam wouldn't load. So I had to uninstall Steam and reinstall it. But enough of that. Let's go back to this. Chapter 2. A long time ago, we used to be friends. Oh fuck, that can't be good. At the end of the day, you meet Haley at the main entrance, just as you planned, and she gives you the money she promised. Thanks again, Andy, she says, holding her phone tightly in her hand. It says that it was Will who did it. I mean, I hate that it's someone with powers, she means. Although she's too discreet to say it where someone else might hear. I hope it doesn't mean bad things for the rest of you. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. You nod and Haley heads home. School is over, you got money in your pocket, and your job is done. What's next? Ice cream. I had ice cream earlier. It was so freaking good. For you and Andrew, no significant event is complete without a trip to Keensport Cones. Every victory means the ice cream a celebration. Every defeat means the ice cream a consolation. That's just how it works. Ice cream is fucking good, okay? You can even treat this time thanks to Haley's payment. Under the familiar lights of Keensport Cones, CFLs hidden in old-timey frames meant to look like gas lights. You and Andrew can finally talk. What the fuck is a CFL? Oh, I don't know what it is. Andrew folds his tall frame into one of the fake wrought iron chairs and starts to dig in his dish of mint chip. That sounds disgusting. So how are you feeling? He asks. In the cafeteria, he hardly said a word, but when the two of you are just talking to each other, Andrew is so comfortable nobody would ever know how shy he can be in a crowd. So how are you feeling? Awesome. Already looking ahead to the next case. Pretty great. Can you believe Tyler congratulated me and asked to sit with him? Worried the whole thing with Will is freaking me out. Don't worry about me. How are you? Um, oh gosh, I don't know which one. Um, I'd say awesome first and then how was he, but I guess how is he? Andrew's smiles creep Andrew's smile creeps up a little higher and he tilts his head for a moment. I'm okay, he says. Thanks. He's quiet for a moment and then he looks up again, anxious blue eyes seeking yours. Do you think Pierce knows about your abilities, he means? You think for a moment before deciding. Yeah, he might, but it's okay. We'll look out for each other. Maybe we'll have to be even more careful than we were before. I don't think so. If he did, he'd have been much harder on us. No, there's no way he could have meant that. Let's go with that one. I don't know Mr. Pierce, so he might be an ass. Who knows? Good for you. As soon as you get home from school, you head straight to your room to hit the books. History is one of your favorite subjects. It actually is. You love following all the stories and personalities. You don't have the most action-packed evening, but your brain gets a good workout, and that's its own reward. Fucking nerd. Even better, your hard work pays off. You're all over the Monroe Doctrine, and you're sure you'll ace the test. Keep on plugging. You need to maintain your grades if you want that scholarship. Because we are poor. When you get to school on the next day, you're not surprised to hear Will didn't show up. Even if he's not in jail, he's probably been suspended. You're surprised to get away from Tyler as he walks past you towards his locker. Hey, Andy, he says, flashing that gorgeous smile that makes your heart thump. Great job yesterday. And can I just say, I don't really fucking trust Tyler at all. Before you can speak, he's gone. You lean against your locker, sighing as you watch him go. What is it about Tyler you find so irresistible? He's just gorgeous, those beautiful eyes, those high cheekbones, that perfect hair. He's incredibly confident. He always seems to fit in wherever he goes. He's always talking about the exciting places his family goes on vacation. No, that I would fucking hate that. He appreciates the best things in life, and so do I. Um, it's one of these two. Let's go with confidence. Confidence is cool. Even though Tyler's only been at Keensport High for a few months, he already seems completely at ease here. He knows how to get along in any social situation. You admire that kind of confidence. While you're daydreaming about Tyler, your phone buzzes with the text. You look down to see who it's from, and you almost drop the text in surprise. It's Carl McRae. Who the fuck is Carl? You were friends in elementary school. You, Carl, and Jake Cohen. You weren't as close with them as you were with Andrew, of course, but you still spent a lot of time together. It was one of those friendships you could hardly explain. It wasn't as if you had that much in common. After all, Carl and Jake were rougher than you, always playing hard on the sports field and getting into scuffles at recess. But they were spontaneous, exciting, and most of all, fun. You drifted apart from Jake as time went on. You went to his bar mitzvah, but haven't spent much time with him since you started in high school. As for Carl, well, that's a bit more complicated. Carl's brother Rick, 3 years older than you, was the kind of kid who always got in trouble. Fist fights, shoplifting, that kind of thing. Sounds like a bad seed. Um, Carl and Rick were being raised by their grandmother, and she tried everything to keep Rick in line. She even sent Rick away to military school for a while, but he just come back and fell in with the same crowd. Eventually, he dropped out of high school altogether and ran away to Boston. It broke their grandmother's heart. Fuck you, Rick. Um, Rick and Carl are always causing trouble. Always causing trouble. Um, Let me scroll down. Lately, Carl's been getting into the same kind of trouble as Rick. Another one of the many open secrets at Kingsport High is that Carl is the center of a drug network. He mostly deals in prescription drugs kids steal from their parents or skim off their own supplies. But there are rumors that Rick brings him harder stuff from Boston. Over the last year, Carl's nearly been arrested or expelled a dozen times, but he's managed to weasel his way out every time. So when did you stop hanging out with Carl? In sixth grade, when we started middle school, we were interested in different things, and we just kind of drifted apart even before he got in trouble. In eighth grade, when he asked me out, I didn't feel that way about him, so I said no, and it was always kind of awkward after that. Yeah, that's fucking awkward. In ninth grade, when I heard he was selling drugs, I really didn't want. I'm gonna be honest. I've had friends who dealt drugs and all that stuff. I wouldn't stop being. I mean, I might. I don't fucking know, honestly. I drifted apart from everyone for different reasons. I have no friends. Um, except for a few. The one I play Don't Starve Together with. Sometimes that just happens. You were busy with AV Club, and when that started taking up more of your time, it meant you had less time to spend with Carl. After that, it was never the same. You spent less and less time with Carl. You don't think you've ever spoken to him for more than a year. Carl and Jake stayed close, though. Jake was always a little edgier than you. He didn't mind that Carl always got in trouble. You weren't surprised when they started dating last summer. What? Aw. But now Carl is texting you. Need to see you, says a message. Important. It must be if he's getting in touch with you at all. You text back. Are you okay? Oh, let me read it. Okay, when this is Andy. Do you have the right number? About what and are you okay? I'd ask if he was okay. I mean, anyone decent should ask that. A few seconds later, after you hit send, your phone buzzes with another text from Carl. Meet me after school, back door near CAF. That's where Carl can usually be found after school, as anyone who's ever bought drugs from him could tell you. This is weird. Very weird. Very fucking weird indeed. And then a second later, another text. Need your help. Please. You fit stains don't know what else to do. Even weirder. You stare at your phone, and the longer you stare, the more you think you need to see Carl and talk to him directly. Why? I'm curious. Something isn't right here, and I want to find out what's going on. I'm worried it would take an awful lot to upset a tough person like Carl. Something must really be wrong. It sounds like Carl wants to hire me for a case. That means the most important thing is for me to get right to solving the problem. I feel bad that Carl and I have lost touch. This might be a good chance. No, we're not going to be fucking friends. I'm assuming. I'm assuming. I haven't fucking read it. Um, I'm very fucking curious to be honest. Um, I'm a very curious person to be honest. So at the end of the day, you go where Carl asked you to meet him. The back of the school at the door near the cafeteria. Carl's there just as you expected, lounging against the brick wall with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He's talking to Ryan Day, who's rumored to be one of Carl's frequent buyers. Carl's expression is more or less a permanent scowl, and today is no different. Still, you have to admit, Carl's not bad looking. That dark curly hair, sharp cheekbones, and tons of confidence. That's actually kind of hot. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. You're too far away to hear what Carl's saying to Ryan, but you see Carl snap his fingers and a tiny burst of flame leap up. Oh, so he can control flames, fire. Most of the teachers think Carl's just really good at hiding lighters and matches in his pockets because no matter how many they confiscate, they always seem to catch him playing with fire. You know better, of course. That's Carl's ability, and he plays it up as much as he can, using it to intimidate people and make them do what he wants. Pretty scary, huh? Definitely scary. I hate to be on the wrong side of Carl's temper. You know what? No. Scary and wrong. I never used my ability to hurt people. Scary and kind of sad. Carl's changed a lot since we were kids, and not in a good way. Not really. If someone has an ability like that, why not take advantage of it? Actually, it's pretty impressive. None of these sound like me though. Um, Geez, I don't fucking know. There's never a right answer in these. Um, I think it's cool. It's a little scary, but it's fucking cool. Are you just admiring Carl's magical power, or is there something more to it? Um, isn't admiring Carl's magical power enough? Yeah, it's kind of hot. There would be something more, but Carl's already dating Jake. Uh, God, I don't fucking even know. um, oh God, I don't even fucking know what the answer is. Um, Fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna say, yeah, it's kind of hot. No pun intended, right? That's a shitty ass pun. But power is pretty attractive, and Carl has power. The flame dances on the end of Carl's finger as he touches it to the tip of a cigarette. Usually, Carl will let it go after that, but he keeps the flame burning, moving his hand back and forth, and a lazy smile on his lips as he watches the flame. Yeah, it's definitely hot. Then, in a sudden burst of motion, Carl launches off the wall. One hand snatches his cigarette away, and the other, the one with the flame, points straight at Ryan's face. Ryan springs back instinctively, eyes widening in shock. Whoa, Ryan begins. Don't you whoa me, Carl shouts. Don't you talk to me. You listen. Slowly, Carl brings up his hand, the flame flickering over even ever closer to Ryan's face. You listen. It's a hiss now, but just as furious as the shout. I know you've been buying and selling on the side. You don't do that. Nobody does that. Nobody gets sold in this. Nothing gets sold in this school unless it goes through me. Carl falters mid-sentence as something catches the edge of his vision. As you catch the edge of his vision, as a matter of fact. Clara catches your eye, and for just a moment his expression changes. There's recognition, relief, and a little softness too. Whatever it was, it's gone in the next second. Get the hell away from me, Carl growls at Orion. I can't fucking read today. I just like woke up an hour ago. Um, the flame waits out, and Carl pushes Ryan's chest with both hands. We're done. Ryan staggers back, feet scrambling frantically to keep his balance. He's still moving backwards when he starts to run away. That leaves you and Carl alone. He tilts his head to look back towards you, and his chin jerks up in a sort of reverse nod of greeting. What do you do? Stay where I am, cross my arms, and meet Carl's eyes straight on. Wait for him to make the first move. I come a few steps closer and say in a friendly, confident tone, "Hey, Carl, you texted me?" No, I'm not gonna fucking say that. I come over to lean against the side of the building next to Carl, quiet and casual, not saying anything. I stay back. No way I'm going to risk Carl shouting at me the way he did to Ryan. No, I guess I'll go over next to him. For a long moment, Carl is silent, just smoking and staring off into the distance. The sound of people shouting happily, sports practice, echoes distantly. Why is that important? As if it were a mile away instead of just a few yards. Jake broke up with me, Carl says finally. His voice is low and dull, and with none of the bravado of a moment before. Out of nowhere, I swear, things were good, real good, but then last week he comes to me and says he can't do it no more. Wow, that's pretty surprising. As far as you knew, Carl and Jake hadn't had any problems. Does this mean Carl is single now? Get off that dick. Or write it. Oh, really? Oh, wait, I'm the fucking character. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Um, where the hell did this come from? Carl's hands cut sharply through the air in a frustrated gesture. Cigarette smoke trailing behind. You gotta tell me what happened, Andy. I love him and I thought he loved me. I gotta know why he did it. I've been thinking about it for a week and I can't get it out of my head. I can't even know. Uh, how do you answer him? I started a business. I'm just here because Carl asked me to do a job. He never asked you for a job. And he, okay, I felt awful. Carl was upset. I'll put my arm around him to comfort him. No. Right after a breakup, people usually hate the person they just broke up with. I'll pretend to hate Jay too. Maybe that will make Carl. I don't think that's gonna make him feel better. Well, I'm really surprised to see Carl showing so much emotion. Kind of uncomfortable too. I'll just stay right. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking do that because I'm really fucking awkward at comforting people. This isn't the first time someone has been upset when they talk to you. Ooh. Sorry. This isn't the first time someone has been upset when they talk to you about one of their problems, but it never gets easier to deal with. With Carl, it's even harder because he's always been so tough. It's probably even more uncomfortable for him, but it's still not easy for you. After a long, awkward moment, Carl asks, "So what do you need to know?" You take out your phone, open your note taking app, and look up at Carl. What did Jake say about why he was breaking up on me? Carl flinches a little, but he's more ready for it this time. I said he didn't feel like we were going the same places in life. Carl took a long drag on his cigarette and blew smoke out in an angry sigh. What the hell does that mean? I'm sorry, but I have to ask. Carl, oh wait, you begin. Carl is just angling a worry glance at you. Did Jake say anything about seeing anyone else? You're bracing for another volcano of anger, but Carl just shakes his head. Said it wasn't about that, just kept talking about long term plans and the big picture. A bitter note enters Carl's voice when he's quoting Jake. I got no clue where that came from. Jake isn't into long term plans. Jake's fun. Carl's smile quirks crookedly up, and a smirk comes into his dark eyes as he remembers. Kicking back and partying and doing his own thing, not caring about what anybody thinks. Party loving, rebellious. That certainly sounds like Jake, and like Carl too. Since when does he think about anything of that long term? This is definitely odd. What do you ask Carl next? Do you think Jake was telling the truth? What do you think Jake meant when he said long term plans? Was Jake acting strangely in any other way? What happened the day before he broke up with you? Uh, the day before, yeah. Carl hesitates for a second. You really want to know? He angles a measuring glance at you with a little half grin on his face and then decides. We snuck into one of the fancy beach clubs pretending to be tourists. The grin widens and takes on a defiant cast. It was wicked fun. Got two Mai Tais charged to some random person's account, then lay on the sand. We would have got away with the toots that one of the bartenders recognizes. They actually chased us out. He laughs. That sounds really fun. What do you ask Carl next? Same questions. Do you think Jake was telling the truth? Uh, was Jake acting strangely? What, that's not strange enough, Carl states. That was it mostly. He was all serious and kept going on about how we weren't going to the same places. Yeah, you have to agree. Jake being serious is pretty odd all by itself. Every memory you have of Jake is of him laughing. He doesn't do it in a mean way. He can find humor in about any situation. Oh my god, so much reading. Uh, he'll laugh at his own mistakes, at teacher self-importance, at Mackenzie snuts. Fuck that bitch, Mackenzie. At every joke on his SNL. Okay, Jake, I think you're doing way too much humor. Even the ones you're all too young to get when you stayed up to watch TV. To sleep. Oh wait. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on going. Why is Jake being so serious now? What do you ask Carl on it? Do you think Jake was telling the truth about Carl shakes his head. Never lied to me before. Don't know why he'd start now, and I can read him pretty good. At least I thought I could, but Jake's not real good at hiding stuff, you know? You do know, Jake's never been one to have a good poker face, not even when he's literally playing poker, which he taught you all in fifth grade. That sounds really fun. I don't know how to play poker. I know how to play blackjack and go fish. What do you think Jake meant when he said long-term plans? Carl shakes his head. No clue. College and stuff, I guess. I didn't think Jake cared about college, he said, surprised. Me either, Carl agrees. Never talked about it before. What do you ask Carl next? That's literally all the questions. Carl steps back. Okay, he pauses for a moment and then he says more quietly, "Thanks, I gotta know." Slowly, almost tentatively, if he could be more tentative about anything, Carl reaches out to put a hand on your shoulder. Then the second after it lands, the gesture turns into a playful, casual shove. "See you around, Andy." Quickly, Carl turns away and moves away, cigarette smoke rising in a cloud around him as he goes, "How do you investigate?" No, you never fucking go ahead first. Jade's on the soccer team. Shouldn't be too hard to find someone other members of the team and ask some questions. I don't even need to be in the same place as Jake to find out what he's up to. I can use my magic. I'll see what Jake's been talking about online. Damn, all of these are really good. Um, if I go to English, I can ask Jake about the breakup. Jake's on the soccer team. He might know something's up. Um, Online should be easy. That's always a good first step in any investigation. Plus, Jake is always online. The first place to go to Instagram. I fucking got Instagram this year. I am finally upgrading to the future. I'm catching up to now. Um, Jade's canceled his account. Snapchat, the same. Facebook is not. So you're still friends with him, but he hid his post a few months ago because he was posting so much. Time to unhide. No, don't fucking unhide. Just go to his fucking profile. Uh, I got like pretty much every fucking person hidden on Facebook. When you do, you see a page that's very different from what you remember. All the laughing selfies with cigarettes and beer cans are gone, so it's a gallery of street signs Jake stole. Aww. Instead, you only see the basics. Lies in Keensport. Attends Keensport High. Last year's yearbook picture. The posed photo of the boys soccer team in neat varsity jacketed rows. It's like the page belongs to a different person. The relationship status is set to single. Now what? How do you investigate? Um, I guess I can use my powers. Not that I want to, but I guess. Sure, you could talk to Jake directly, but isn't it better to get a like? Okay, well, I guess you fucking want me. Um. Oh, if I use my powers, I have to be close to him. Okay, no, that's too. That is too risky. How do you want to investigate? Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking ask him. Your house is on the narrow side street, at one of a small square houses with wooden siding, weathered to dark gray by the ocean air. It's a pretty small house, a lot smaller than Andrew's, but then both his moms are lawyers. Your mom works in the payroll department at Kingsport Memorial Hospital, and your dad's a paralegal. Still, they managed to buy a house when you were a kid, and you live there ever since. Awesome. They own the house, I'm assuming. You push the peeling side door open. Your parents are always talking about how they should get the doors and shutters repainted, but there's never enough money to get it done. And go into the kitchen. Mom's there, bent over the little desk in the corner. The surface in front of her is strewn with bills, and she's looking at her calculator with anxiously narrowed eyes. When she hears the door open, Mom's head lifts, and her face instantly turns into a smile. "Hi, honey. It's good to see you. Did you have a good day?" "Yeah, pretty good," I shrug. I don't think she's actually interested in anything that happened. She's just making conversation. Yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay? Asking about her is a good way to avoid having to talk about myself. "Hi, Mom." I go over to hug her. "It was okay. Kind of long, though. I'm glad I'm home." I don't say anything. I never do. I just walk on. But no, that's fucking mean. I say fucking hi to my parents and everything. I fucking live with them. I'm fucking poor. I'm poor as a person. Um, yeah, let's go with kind of long, though. Mom hugs you back very tightly. "I'm glad you're home too," she says and gives you a kiss on the cheek. You wish you could tell your mom exactly why your day has been so long. I can't fucking read. I don't fucking read. I don't. Well, I mean, I fucking read a lot. Uh, the investigation, clairvoyance, and worrying about whether Mr. Pierce knows about your abilities. It's awful to keep. It's awful having to keep secrets from your parents, but you can't tell them. So you just hug them and walk with them. Talk with them about the things you can. Your dad had to work late. Mom continues, so he's bringing home pizza for dinner. Oh my god, fucking pizza sounds so fucking good. I'm fucking starving right now. All I have is like fajitas. Not even a whole lot. I don't eat a lot of meat. He should be home in a half hour. Oh, and I hope we could have some family time this weekend. Maybe one last game of mini golf before they close up for the winter. What do you think? Uh, it's a great chance to spend time with my parents. It's cheesy but fun. It's not my idea of a good time, but if that's what mom and dad, I would fucking go mini golf. I love mini golf. I love stupid shit like that. It's cheesy and it's fun. There isn't a whole lot to do in Kingsport, so you have to make do with what's around. Fucking true. I live in Houston, so there's always something to do. But I'm poor, so I can't afford to do anything. That's why mini golf has become a tradition in your family. Spending an afternoon among fake windmills and fiberglass elephants might not be very sophisticated, but it's still fun. You got to reply with a grin. Can we do it on Sunday afternoon? I have to double check with your dad when he gets home, but that should work. She sighs, giving a wry look at the piles of bills on her desk. It will be good to have something to look forward to. She sits down again and goes back to work. Well, that was a pretty happy interaction with your mom. Not all teenagers will talk so affectionately with their parents. What's your relationship with their parents usually like? You fight a lot? No, more than most people do. Hardly ever. Yeah, I don't fucking ever fight with my parents. There's no goddamn point to fighting with them. I don't understand people who fight with their parents all the time. I know some people have really shitty parents. I guess that's a reason. I don't have shitty parents. I have really cool parents. All my friends love my parents. God knows why. Okay, sorry, I took a drink. I should fucking not stream it. Get drunk and do this. Record. It's pretty rare for a teenager to get along with their parents as well as you do. You know exactly how lucky you are to have such a good relationship. You know your parents trust you completely, and you know with equal confidence you can count on them no matter what. It really hurts you haven't been able to tell them about your clairvoyance because you hate keeping secrets from them. You hope someday you'll be able to tell them everything. You give mom one last second and head up to your room. Oh, calls up as you start up the stairs. Don't forget about the scholarship competition. You can't really forget. Mom and dad have been reminding you about them every day since junior year started. They're probably more excited about the Keen Sport Scholar and Keen Sport Athlete awards than you are. Which you suppose you can't blame them for, considering how worried they are about money. I'm not athletic at all. I would not be fucking worrying about that. A scholarship? Just thinking about it gives me anxiety. Oh no! What did I do? Oh man, I'll probably have to go back and see what the fuck I did. Tonight it's another act of Romeo and Juliet, plus 10 trick problems for math class and an outline for a history paper. Not too heavy a load. You're asleep pretty early. I think I collected twice. Damn it. I think. I don't even fucking know. I'll probably have to go back and watch it. The first class you have with Jake, and therefore your first chance to talk to him, is English. Third period with Miss Rivera. Miss Rivera is young, funny, and smart. Even students who always say reading is boring sometimes get excited when they're in her class. When she talks about butts, she somehow finds all this meaning never saw in them. Her class has been working on Romeo and Juliet the last few weeks, and when Miss Rivera reads Shakespeare, it sounds like real people are talking. She's one of the most popular teachers in the school. Are you one of the many students who like her? She's okay, I guess. I don't usually like school or teachers, but she's great. I really want to impress her. I like all my classes, but yeah, there's something special about Miss Rivera. Yeah, because they're really cool teachers, to be honest. I mean, I'm not in fucking high school anymore. I graduated fucking years ago, like really long time ago. For me, it's a long time ago. But yeah, there's a few teachers I keep in touch with because they're fucking awesome. You can tell a teacher when you see one. Miss Rivera is definitely good. Her insights into literature make you love these texts even more. One chance remark from her will spark a dozen thoughts in your mind, and you find yourself remembering what she said weeks later. You file into room 223 along with the rest of the third period English class and hang back for a second, pretending to fiddle with the zipper on your backpack while you wait to see where Jake sits. So you can sit near him. A minute later, Jake comes in. He looks different. He's freshly shaven and he's wearing a crisp, clean white button-down shirt and new loafers. Was he just like that yesterday? Maybe, but you didn't notice because I didn't fucking go see him. You trail after him across the room, slip into the chair next to him, and watch. He doesn't talk to anyone on his way to his seat. He just sits down and starts taking on his bits, arranging them neatly on the desk, and then adding three pins lined up perfectly parallel to the edges of the bits. You've never seen Jake look so focused or serious about school or, well, about anything. Oh my god, there's so much fucking reading. He's all done, notebook open and pen in hand. Uh, by the time the bell rings and class starts. So let's talk about Mercutio today. Miss Rivera begins. Half the class instantly perks up. He's by far the most fun character in Romeo and Juliet. Didn't he fucking die? Did he die? I think he died. I fucking hated Romeo and Juliet in high school. You'd be excited too if you didn't have half your mind on watching Jake and half on thinking up the next part of your plan. You can try and talk to Jake during class. He can't really run away from you then, but talking too much in class or even passing notes will draw attention, and Miss Rivera doesn't miss too much. You can also try to use your clairvoyance to look into Jade's backpack to get that level of detail, being able to read things like that. You have to be really close to the place you're viewing. Now is your best chance to do that since you're sitting right next to Jake. Using magic is less obvious than talking in class, but you kind of space out when you're using your ability, so you'd be in trouble if Mr. Rivera called on you. Or you can focus on class during class and try to talk to Jake after. Which approach do you take? What do you want to take? Talk to Jake during class. Use my clairvoyance. Um, or talk to him after. Oh, geez, I don't even fucking know to be honest. Um, damn, I don't fucking know. Let's just wait. It's a very conscientious decision. Why did you choose that? Focus on grades. I'm worried about getting in trouble. I love English class. Yeah, because if I get caught, there's no. I don't get caught. Good for you. Well, fucking quit being condescending. Fucking sigh high. Mr. Ferrer's classes are always great, and everyone gets involved in the conversation about Mercutio. Even Jake raises his hand several times. Every time Mr. Rivera calls on him, he has the right answer. You can't remember the last time Jake did this well in class. I think Jake has a super fucking power that we don't know about. Because we mentioned what was his name? Carl. We mentioned Carl having fucking firepower. Jake, maybe he might have something else. I don't know what he has. The bell finally rings, setting you free from English class, and you hurry to catch up with Jake as you head into the hall. Hey, Jake, you call. He turns around at the sound of your voice. Yes, you finally got Jake's attention. What do you say? Are you okay? I was talking to Carl yesterday. He's worried about you. No, we're not going to say that. That's fucking awful. Pretty impressive. That sounds condescending too. Are you okay? Jake blinks. Yes. Why? Does he really not know why people are concerned? You've been acting different, you say. Is it because you're upset about breaking up with Clara? Is there anything you want to talk about? You seem really serious and quietly. Yeah, we're gonna be fucking direct. Jake blinks again. Fucking Jake, he fucking blinks. Everyone fucking blinks. Do you mean because I'm actually focusing on class and not horsing around? That's not a bad thing, you say hastily. I mean, you did great today in class, but like I said, you're kind of quiet. And I heard you broke up with Carl, fucking Walking Dead. Fuck you, Walking Dead. I fucking hate The Walking Dead. Um, oh, Jake says flatly. Well, I'm better off without him. Wow, that's really fucking mean. Even for me, that's really fucking mean. You really feel that way? You ask, surprised. Jake nods, his expression hardly changing at all. I do. That's kind of sad. And what happened? I got detention a few days ago, Jake explains. And okay, maybe I've had detention a lot. Ordinarily, Jake would have a self-deprecating grin to go with that admission, but he doesn't. His voice is matter of fact with a serious expression to match. But this time was different. I was sitting there with Miss Clay staring down on me, and I started thinking, really thinking. By the time I left, I just got it. I really understood what I was doing to myself. All of the acting out and breaking rules, it was hurting me. I needed to stop, so I did. He makes it sound so easy as deciding to stop at a traffic light, which you remember he didn't always do before either. Carl was part of that life, so I had to stop that too. You've known Carl for years. Seriously, Jake, what's going on? Why did your feelings for Carl change? You know Carl's upset, right? Oh my god. I would fucking say all of that all at fucking once. Um, yeah, let's just ask him what's going on. Jake snorts. He's a drug dealer. I can't afford to hang around with people like that anymore. He was dragging me down. I'm turning my life around. I'm a lot happier now because of it. Happy, you repeat, staring at Jake in astonishment. In the last 2 days, I haven't heard you tell a single joke or even laughed. Jake shakes his head, mouth pursed disapprovingly. That's not the kind of happiness I'm in. There's more to life than that. I'm going to be successful now. I know it. Jake casts a skeptical look over at you, adding, You might benefit from thinking about that as well. Do you think that's the look of someone who's heading for college? You have to start thinking in the long term, Andy. Oh, fuck you, Jake. That sounds exactly what Carl was talking about. Jake's thinking about college, about long term planning. Before you can come up with another question, Jake says, Look, I need to get going. I'll be late for my next class. He steps around you and moves on down the hall. The conversation is definitely over. We can't stop thinking about what Jake said. That he's happier. That he's happier now. Do you think he's telling the truth? I don't think he's telling the truth. I think there's something. No, he's acting completely against his nature. I get people change, but I don't fucking trust him. It could be. There's more to life than parties and fun. We have to start thinking about serious things like college. I went to college. I had fun in college sometimes. When I did go. No way. He's turned into a pod person. Nobody could be happy like that. I would never give up what I love doing. I hate shit like this. I never know what to choose. Um. Okay. Let's just say he's acting unnatural, out of his nature. It's possible. That's what's going on? And if Jake is really happy, uh, I'm so sorry. I can't fucking read tonight, fucking 11 o'clock as I'm fucking recording this. It's possible, but if that's what's going on, and Jake is really unhappy with the changes in his life, why is he acting so different? Well, you got enough information to go back to Carl. Jake broke off the relationship because he honestly didn't want to be dating Carl anymore. He didn't feel Carl fit in his new life with study and ambition. Oh my god, there's so much reading. I probably said this like 10 minutes ago, but there's so much reading. You text Carl to meet you at the end of the school in the same place as yesterday. By the time you arrive, he's already there, pacing around, fizzing with built up energy. The instant he spots you, he spins around towards you, calling out, Andy, what do you got? How do you want to approach this? I'll just say it straight out. Tiptoeing around it won't make it any easier. I need to be gentle. Carl's already upset. I don't want to hurt him any more than I have to. I'm going to give Carl as much details as I can. Knowing all the information always makes me feel better, so I'll make him feel better too. Isn't that kind of strange saying it straight out though? Or details. Don't tiptoe or details. Don't tiptoe. My honest approach would be being as nice as I can while telling him everything that he needed to know. But they don't give me that goddamn option. I'll make him. Oh, if I give. No, that's not gonna make. I'm just gonna fucking tell him straight up. No, I won't. There's no easy way to say it either. So you just say Jake broke up with you because he wanted to. He wants to focus on getting into college and thought you were holding him back. Carl stares. Holding him back? He repeats. What? Do you think I was going to tell him not to go to college? I wouldn't do that. Not if that's what he wanted. I'm sorry, you say, shaking your head. That's what he said. He really meant what he told you. He felt you two were going in different directions in life, and because of that, he couldn't stay together with you anymore. For a long time, Carl was quiet. His dark eyes fixed on the pavement underneath his feet. Under his feet. What the fuck is foot? Feet. Feet. Look, he says, I trust you. Whatever's happening, you'll tell me the truth, right? The look in his eyes is halfway between a threat and a promise. I'll tell you the truth, you agree? I am telling you the truth. But something I don't know what made Jake change his mind about his future. And that's why he broke up with you. He's been studying harder, paying attention in class, working harder at soccer, following rules, and not partying. It wasn't anything he said or did. So that's it, Carl says bitterly as he slots the payment into your hand. Jake just wanted to break up with me. We were friends for years, and then we were really good together, and that's just it. His eyes close for a second, and then the explosion comes. Damn it, he burst out, eyes flashing. What the hell kind of a world is it where you gotta break up with someone so you can go to college? He's pacing again, rolling so quickly that his hair is starting to fall all over his face in thick curls. One of those sprints brings him face back to. Blah. I'm so glad I don't have. I have the webcam turned off. One of those spins brings him back to face you. Something in your face must have surprised him because he stopped short. It's not you, he says quickly. I got no problem with you. It's Jake. It's the world. What do you do? I want to make Carl feel better, but I'm not good with words. I'll pat his arm, suck his dick. Who said that? There must be something I can say to make him feel better. I try to find some comforting words. I think Carl wants to be alone. It's time for me to. I'm going to say something nice for you. I'm sorry, you stammer. I know it's hard, but I guess I wasn't meant to be. Lots of fish in the sea, stuff like that, right? Carl Spin takes him right back in front of me, and his dark eyes are narrowed in a furious glare. I don't care about the damn fish. Screw this. I'm out of here. You did your job, so you know. Thanks. And with that, he spins around and starts off. Another case successfully solved. Well, sort of. Why did Jake make such a quick turnaround? Not all your questions were answered on this one, but maybe someday they will be. Fuck you, fucking game. Um, do I have enough time to record? Okay, I'm just gonna end this episode right here. I'm gonna keep on recording because this is really fucking fun. I'll see you all in the next video. Let me figure out how to fucking stop recording. Um, if that worked, swear to God, it better have fucking worked. Um, oh wait, hold on. I'm fucking still talking because I'm a dumbass.